Well, we're in Big Ten country, but before we get to the Big Ten, we're going to talk about the best conference in basketball, the Big 12.
Hands down the best conference. It's the Big 12, but they only got 10 teams. And of the 10
somebody doesn't know their math.
Yeah, yeah, talk to the Big Ten about that too.
Right.
And of those 10 teams, I think 6 of them are walking in the NCAA tournament door, hands down, and maybe 7 or 8. The Big 12 is the only major conference in the country, that doesn't have one team below 500 in overall record. Not one. Every other conference has at least 1 or 2. Okay, that's the first thing. But the other thing, outside of Kansas, West Virginia, Texas Tech, Oklahoma, Kansas State, and Oklahoma State, outside of that group, when it comes to conference tournament time, nobody would be surprised if Baylor won it, if TCU won it, or if or Texas. I mean, Texas they're young, but they're really talented and good. So that's 9 teams out of 10 that could potentially be in the NCAA tournament. Granted, it's going to take a couple of them a little bit of work to do, but those are quality teams. I'll throw it back to you. I mean, you mentioned the Big Ten. I mean, what do you think of the Big Ten?
Well, I'm surprised in the Big Ten this year, especially the preseason pick was Michigan State was going to run away with it.
Right.
Then all of a sudden you have Purdue,
right.
Probably, clearly one of the top teams in the country.
Yep.
But the big shock is the football school, talking about Ohio State.
Right.
But I remember one particular sports writer that's not surprised, who picked Ohio State to even go to the NCAA tournament, which
right.
people say you were crazy.
Right. I did like Ohio State. I saw some things in them early. I didn't pick them to be tied for first, but I thought they would be the 4th, 5th, best team in the league, and be good enough to get that last NCAA tournament bid. Which I'll throw back to you. I mean, is Ohio State being that good? Is that indicative of how strong or how weak the Big Ten is, in your opinion?
Well, no, it tells you how good of a coach Chris Holtman is.
Yes.
And the fact that he has Ohio State, and I'm sure when he took the job, I'm sure he's surprised on how early their success has been. I mean, he's going to take it.
Right.
But he was a fabulous coach before he got to Ohio State. He'll be after he leaves Ohio State, and he's doing a great job, and that's why they're in the top with Purdue.
No, I agree. I think he's in the running for Coach of the Year.